What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video from Bulls to the Wall Trading. Here to do a watch list for tomorrow, October 13th, 2017. I hope everybody had a great day today. I unfortunately had a little bit of a setback. I put two videos out explaining what happened. One is my recap video for all the stocks from today, and I discussed a little bit about what happened, and then I made a different video going more into detail. I took a loss today and I explain it very well, or I think very well, and it's something that you can learn from. Before I get into my watch list, as always, I am not a financial planner or a financial advisor, so please do your own research. And yeah, let's get started. I'll do this really quick like I usually do because I don't like to take too much time. So, the ones I'm going to keep an eye on, I am going to start with ITEK. Let me zoom in here. And for those of you guys that are watching my videos, first of all, thank you very much. And I was thinking about doing a video of how I go through the stocks and select them to put on my watch list. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want a video to be 30 minutes long and for somebody or for nobody to watch it. So if somebody's watching this and you would like to see that, how I go through all the stocks, what stocks I like, what stocks I don't like, why I like them, why I don't like them, let me know. So first one is ITEK. I like this one because it did nothing today. It was literally flat, and then after the market closed, it went up to 377. Even though it went up to 377, it came back down. But what is that? But I still like it because it had this pop. So in the pre-market tomorrow, it could go up. It could stay down here. We don't know. That's why we are going to keep track of it. Next one is CCCR. This one had a pretty huge spike from about $2.94 to $4. And again, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that whole dollar amounts are a big or is a big resistance point, so it's no wonder that it got stopped out at $4. The chart on this one doesn't look all that great. As you can tell here, it goes up and down, you know, it looks really choppy, not really all that great. But the reason I have this one is because CCCR in the past I've made money on, and it had, this was a couple months ago, it had a couple of good days, 2-3 days in a row. It just kept breaking the high, breaking the high, breaking the high. So as soon as I saw this one, I saw the name, I didn't even think twice, I wrote it down. KTOV is the next one on the line. I had this one yesterday, I believe. It reached highs of $3.88 in the post-market. Today in the pre-market it went down, and all day it just went down, but I still want to keep an eye on it. It has 2 million in volume. I think at some point it's going to loop back up, and I want to just keep an eye on it up until tomorrow. AEZS is the next one in line. I guess I had this line previously. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put my new line here at $2.47. This one has 2.6 million in volume. Chart doesn't look all that great after, oh, let me go back. Chart doesn't look all that great. After it reached the 247, the chart just kind of lost steam. But in the post market, it kind of gapped up a little bit right here. So it's at 234. Still has room to make up, but I definitely want to keep an eye on it because you never know what's going to happen. ONCS is one that I had this morning. I think this one showed up in my morning scanner, and you could see why. It moved all the way up in the pre-market to $1.46. At the open, it just went down and kind of went sideways and didn't do much. 4 million in volume, so I will keep this one on watch and hope that in the pre-market tomorrow it can move up. AMPE, next one on the list. This one made highs of $1.34 today, so I will draw my line there. It really was doing nothing. It was, wow, this one went from 81 cents to $1.34. Something must have triggered that. So there you go. Demonstrates safety, tolerability, and patience with so it has some good news, I guess, based on some pharmaceutical or something with patience. So that's what caused this. So this one I mean, I don't want to say most likely, but if it has good news, it could carry over until tomorrow. So it had this spike. It obviously has 4 million in volume, which is great. But I want to see if it can carry that up and up again tomorrow, and hopefully break that $1.34 mark that we have here. Again, nothing is guaranteed. This one, for all we know, could just come crashing down tomorrow. That's why we identify potential and we follow up the next day. It doesn't matter how it looks today. All that matters is how it looks tomorrow and how it responds tomorrow. Next one on the list, ROKA. This one was a winner on Monday, I believe. Today it made highs of 238. So you might be saying, why is this line right here? That is a previous high, which is at 255. So you really could have two entries here. You could either enter at 238 or around 238, or at 255, which was the high of Monday, I believe. I rather play the high of Monday, or whenever the 10th was. I rather play that high than to play the high of 238. That's just my preference. You guys can do whatever it is you feel comfortable with. And again, this is all momentum trading. This is not swing trading, buying the dip, support resistance. This is just momentum. So now the ones that I'm gonna keep another eye on, I guess, or my continuation plays. HTGM. This one had a high of 219, which, if I have this line right here, is because that was the high previously also. 220. Wow, look at that. So I will want to play this one above 220, or invest in it if it breaks above 220, which it looks like it just kind of made a little move right there. But we need the volume to be better in the morning than what it is right now, so we're going to keep track of that one. DCIX, this one moved up to 58 cents. I'm not really too fond of these, I don't want to call them penny stocks, because penny stocks is anything under $5, but anything that isn't $1 or more, I'm not really too fond of them. I will invest in them, but not all the time. But this one had a little move up to 58 cents. I don't like this chart right here. It looks like crap. But because of that move that it had right here, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Next one on the list, MTBC. This one, we had our line right here at around 354. It looked like it broke that today to 359. So the chart doesn't look all that great either. So I'm going to delete this and put my new line right here at 359. The chart does not look all that great to me. Looks kind of choppy-ish, undefined, not really clear what it wants to do, but I will draw my line at the high point and hope that tomorrow the momentum carries on and can bring it past 359. ITUS, I believe I had this one on watch today also, and it broke through the lines that we drew. So let's delete these lines so we don't get confused and draw a new line at the high point, which is $3.55. And let's look at the chart. Yeah, same thing. I mean, it's a little bit up and down. Looks like it's kind of going down in the post market right now, but 3 million in volume. It made a decent jump up today right here. So I want to keep an eye on this one and see what it does tomorrow. CPST, this one looks pretty good. Let me delete this old line. And this is what I like to see. I like to see stocks that towards the end of the day, they start moving up. So it did basically nothing, and then towards the end of the day, it gapped up and it reached a new high after the market closed. That's what I want to see. I wanted to see action moving after the market closed. 4 million in volume, high of 123. Definitely going to keep an eye on this one. ADHD. Let me remove this one and let me move a little bit faster. Again, I don't want to make a long video. Highs of 139, close to 5 million in volume. Still has a long way to go, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on it because of the volume and because of this spike right here. No recent news, so not really sure why it broke through like that, which is weird, but I'm still going to keep an eye on it. AKER, this one is another one that looks really good. It had a big spike this morning to highs of 182, so that's where I'll draw my line, and it finished the day off right here, and it kept moving after the market closed. So it's been consistently moving up after the market closed, so the momentum right now has it pointing up. So that's what I want to see. I want it to keep going up and hopefully break above that 182. The more volume the better, obviously. So this one is one that looks pretty good right now. We don't know what it's going to do tomorrow, so we got to be careful with that. This one's another one that's in the less than $1 range. It made highs of 66 cents, and it's hanging around that 66 cent mark right here. So it's about 65 cents right now, so it's hanging around the high of today. So this one could be a good one tomorrow. It has 13 million in volume, so hopefully that momentum and that volume can carry over to tomorrow. This one looks pretty good, really good actually, because it's only 1 cent away of our target area. And INFI, this one was the big winner for the day. This one is the one that bit me in the butt. Well, it didn't bite me in the butt. I made a mistake. It wasn't the stock's fault. It was all on me. I'm not going to get into it. I made a video about this situation. But as you can tell, it had a huge day. It ended up the day on a high note, and it reached highs of $3.89 in the post market. After reaching 189, it went down, and it's currently at around 350-ish, $3.56. But look at that volume. That is amazing. That's great. It netted $2, and it changed more than 100%, 123% for the day. That is ridiculous. So yeah, I had this one on my watch list. So if you've been watching my my videos and you've been following my watch list, I had this one ready to go for today. I called this one out for today. So hopefully you guys are seeing the potential there. Before I sign off, I kind of wanted to let you guys know that, you know, for me it's easy to recognize what I consider to be a good chart, like this. You know, all these stocks, I consider these to be a good chart. You might be saying, well, how do you determine if it's a good chart or not, or if it's a good graph or not? It all comes with just repetition and seeing charts over and over and over again. There really is no formula for me to say a good chart is A, B, C, D. You know, there is no formula. It's just with you looking at charts, with you seeing how things work out, and you developing almost like a third eye for these things. I'm not saying that those stocks that I picked are the best looking charts that there could be. By no way am I saying that, but they are good looking charts to me, and that's what matters to me. That's why I always say do your own research. If I'm calling out stocks and you don't have them, that's fine. Maybe the chart looks good to me and it doesn't look good. I'm sorry, maybe the chart looks good to you, but it doesn't look good to me, and that's perfectly fine. That I mean, there's no issue with that. I'm not, you know, the stock god or the trading god. We can have differences. That's totally fine. So I'm going to leave it there. Again, this is my watch list for October 13th, 2017. I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow in the markets. Be smart, protect your capital, keep your head up. You guys can do this. This isn't rocket scientist. Just keep at it. Have a great day. Have a great night. And check back tomorrow for my recap video, guys. See y'all tomorrow.